what's up everyone, and welcome to Jason Old Art Behind the Art. Today we're going to look at a painting that I titled Bouquet, and it's actually the first painting in my Stitch series. This is Stitch right here. And Stitch, as you can see, has its eyes stitched shut and mouth stitched shut. So that represents this concept of silencing. And that's either silencing or being silenced, but nevertheless, silencing can take on a whole host of different forms, from someone who's not being true to who they really are and silencing their true nature, or in historical terms, silencing, be it intentionally or unintentionally, events from the past, historical events from the past. And so, but for me, I created this character to represent this idea of speaking through art. Because there's times where, we have a hard time articulating what's on our mind, and art provides the perfect medium to be able to do that, to be able to articulate what we're thinking, and sometimes in an abstract way, but nevertheless it provides us that medium. And so that's really what, when I thought of Stitch, that's really was at the heart of my inspiration. And so as you can see with the painting itself, Stitch is hooked up to vines, and so that implies thoughts. And so as you can see, all these different thoughts are being, flowers are representing all of those different thoughts. And as you can tell, they're beautiful thoughts and all sorts of different thoughts represented by different colors. But nevertheless, with a stitched mouth and of course stitched eyes, it's really challenging to articulate these different thoughts. And so Stitch sort of plays that role in this painting. And of course, for me personally, one of the things that I think about a lot is surfing. And so the three waves, you'll find that across a lot of my paintings, but the three waves really just represent me thinking about surfing. And so you'll find that sort of pops up in a lot of paintings. And so here it is up in this corner, and because I wanted to create a space for all the flowers to sort of flourish through the painting. And then up here, sort of in the corner, instead of putting another flower here, I thought it would work to put some waves, and then you have the moon here. As far as the background, it seemed best to have a darker background. And another thing that this can represent is sleeping and dreaming. And so when we think of dreaming and sleeping, it typically happens at night. So I wanted to create a sort of nighttime scene, in a sense, that allowed for the flowers to sort of pop out. The other thing is I don't know, I've been really stoked on this orange stripe. I've been putting it in a lot of paintings lately, but it also, in this case, it helps to break up the monotony of the dark background and really sort of breaks up the painting, and then allows me like a new scene down here, but at the same time create this conveyor belt of sorts, right? To where these flowers, as they come off the top of the page, they're sort of resurfacing and coming around the bottom. And so, again, these are just representing thoughts, like ongoing thoughts that are sort of symbolized by these flowers. And so I also, with this painting, I wrote a Frastic poem that I'll read to you guys. And hopefully you'll see sort of the powerful imagery of the Frastic poem lining up with a lot of the imagery you'll see here in this painting. And again, an Frastic poem is, at its heart, designed to be a poem. For example, an Frastic poem is a poem that is about a particular painting or piece of art or a picture. So that was the purpose of this one, which I also called Bouquet. And so I'll read that to you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to see a lot of the same imagery. Untie the tiny infinity hiding in your butterfly smile, in your summer laugh, and in the seductive wave-like words that fall from your jasmine lips like crashing waves. And so as you can see, there's a lot of overlap there with the hiding, the silencing, in a sense, the flower imagery, the crashing waves. And so I wanted to write something that, again, embodied the painting itself. And if you're interested in the painting or a print or an accessory that has this artwork in it, check out jasonoldart.com. It'll be there waiting for you. Unless the original sold, then it won't be waiting for you. But again, this is Bouquet, and thanks for watching Behind the Art.